Hello, everyone. This is Miss Groselsky. I wanted to hop on here to answer some of the questions that you asked on the Google form. I'm so happy. It is right now 11:30, and 17 of you have successfully asked me some questions about the picture you see here, and I can tell you're already starting to think about India, and I'm so excited. So I wanted to answer a few of the questions for you. I did some research. I love to learn, so actually this was kind of fun for me. Okay, so one of the questions was about Bollywood. So Bollywood is a mix of two words. Bombay, which is a city in India, but right now it's called Mumbai. It's not called Bombay anymore, but it used to be called Bombay. And the other word is Hollywood. And so Bollywood is a town, Bombay or Mumbai, and they're famous for making movies. So what was I reading? That they put out 1,000 movies a year. So that's like 3 movies a day, comes out of Bollywood. And we're going to learn more about Bollywood next week. Okay, someone asked about the meaning on the flag, and in this picture you see like so many flags. I don't know why the flag has like such meaning, because on my screencast I was teaching you about how the wheel in the middle is a symbol of like 24 different virtues or good qualities to have. I guess the simplest answer may be that some flags that we have in the world have lots of symbols and meaning. Some just have colors. So I think India kind of combined it because they decided to have their colors, which each mean something. And then in the middle, they have a symbol that I think it's interesting that I learned that the symbol is Hindu and Buddhist. So it combines two religions because 12 of the 24 spokes on the wheel are the same in Hinduism and Buddhism. So, and those are two of the main religions in India. Another question was about the Holi holiday. Holi actually just happened. It was during our spring break. So this year, Holi was on March 9th until March 10th. And so for Nepali Club, we celebrated putting the colors on our faces, and it was really fun. So Holi will come again next spring. A person was asking about New Year's, when people in India celebrate New Year's, and I got two different answers. Many people celebrate on January 1st, like we do in the United States, but also there was a New Year's that just happened. So I was also reading that some Hindu people celebrate New Year's on March 25th. So let me look at my calendar behind me. I have my calendar here. And the calendar says that March 25th was last Wednesday. So last Wednesday was one of the New Year's celebrations in India. Lots and lots of questions about the cows, and almost everyone said that they saw some of the cows in this picture. Like here's a cow here. I think there's another one. The cow is sacred. I did some research. We're kind of wondering like, why is the cow so important? So the cow is sacred because in the Hindu religion, it's represented by a goddess. And I found you some pictures of this. So I'm gonna bring up the pictures. Okay, here we go. So it's represented by a goddess, and her name is Bhoomi. And often in the Hindu religion, she's a symbol of the cow, and sometimes she has a cow with her. And she also is kind of like the Mother Earth idea. So she represents like Mother Earth. And Hindu people believe that cows are very gentle, like that are calm. They usually don't hurt you. And they're very strong. They can be used for pulling things, carrying things, helping on the farm. So it's kind of like a symbol of like being gentle and strong. Kind of like you might have an idea of Mother Earth being like loving, but also like very strong and like supporting you. So here's like one image of what Bhoomi looks like. My friend went to India last year, and she was saying that when she went to lots of Shiva temples, so temples for one of the gods Shiva, that often there'd be a statue to Bhoomi in the temple. So if you go to India, you'll see like lots of paintings and statues for to the Bhoomi, who's like the Mother Earth. And also you might use like milk to pour on the statues as part of the Hindu ceremonies. Nice question about the cows. One very, very keen observer, that means you really looked at some details, you saw that there's a giant tree. And you're like, why is there a huge tree? Well, I did some research about the tree, and I found that there's a town called Calcutta. So if you're in third hour, you have a pen pal in Calcutta. And right outside of Calcutta, that's also where Mother Teresa, the Catholic saint, did her work. In Calcutta, there is a enormous tree. It's the biggest tree in the world. I got you a picture of it. Here we go. This tree, they don't know how old it is, but in history, we know it's at least 250 years old because people used to write stories about it. Some people think it's as old as 400 years old. So it is the biggest tree in the world, according to my research. And it's the type of tree is a banyan tree. These banyan trees, I've seen them down in Florida. They don't grow here in the north. They grow more in like tropical climates where it's very warm. And how they grow is they send out like branches that go to the ground. So the branches don't just go up, they also connect down. My research was telling me that it was about 5 acres big. 5 acres would be like the size of Rams, like Rams and probably like some of the soccer fields. So it's an enormous tree. And people say when you go to visit it, if you go to Calcutta and you go to visit this park, that you think it's a whole forest, but then when you get close, you realize it's actually one tree. So I didn't know that, and I didn't even notice there was a tree in that picture, so good job for the person who figured that out. I also did some research about the building. So what I did, I typed in Google Indian landmarks, and I found this mystery building that I keep seeing everywhere. So one of you thought maybe it was a church, and you're pretty much right. It is a religious place. It's called a temple, and it's for a religion called Baha'i. Baha'i is a religion, it's kind of complicated to explain. It's not Christian, it's not Muslim, it's not Hindu. It's a religion that believes that like all religions are right and like every religion is good. So instead of like praying to Jesus or praying to God, you just like you kind of just like pray to God as like a whole being or like the creator of the universe. You don't get like, there's not that many details, you could say. Or maybe you could say like all details are correct. Every religion is correct. There's not a right or a wrong religion. All religions are correct. And according to my research, this was built about the year I was born. So it was built in 1984. I was born in 83. And it is in the shape of a lotus flower. So it's a national symbol of India that symbolizes like peace and good things coming out of bad things. So this is it's called the Lotus Temple, and it's in New Delhi. New Delhi is the capital. And it is a symbol of that all faiths are welcome, all religions are good. And it's a symbol of love, tolerance, like getting along with each other, and goodness. So this is apparently a place you can go visit that's very popular to visit if you are in the capital region of New Delhi. Okay, one person also asked, are we going to be taking notes? We will be taking some notes next week. I have an article, like a little book about India that each of you will read. And you'll take some keyword notes next week. This week, we're not really going to take notes. We're more going to work on some maps. And then Thursday is a listening activity. And Friday is a little quiz. And you can use your notes or like any resources on the quiz. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope you learned something new. Keep your questions coming because it gives me something to do here when I'm in my house all by myself. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.